You're welcome once again to our chemistry class today. In our today's chemistry class, we're going to work more on what is expected of you to know before going in for Alternative B Chemistry Practical that is coming up very soon. I'm talking about WAEC Chemistry Practical. So the Alternative B is coming very soon. The question like what you're seeing here is expected of you. So prepare yourself by following this class to the end. Now, question 1 is always titration, as you know. Question 2 is always about qualitative analysis. Question 3 is general question. Now, let's see the question 1 that we have in our today's class. A is a solution containing 3.6 gram of an acid HX per dm cube. B contains 3.90 gram of NaOH per dm cube of solution. Put A into the burette and titrate it against 20 cm cube or 25 cm cube portion of B using methyl orange as indicator. Repeat the titration to obtain consistent titer values. Tabulate your burette reading and calculate the average volume of acid used. The equation of the reaction is as follows. Now, go to B. From your result and information provided above, calculate I, concentration of B in mole per dm cube, II, concentration of A in mole per dm cube, III, molar mass of HX, IV, mass of X, V, amount in mole in average titer, VI, number of hydrogen ions in average titer. Now they have given you the masses of different elements. You can see Na to be 23. You can see O to be 16. You can see H to be 1. So with all these informations, they said you should do what? Carry out the titration. But in this case, since we are so familiar with the titration under this channel, I've done so many titration. So if you are a new person here, please go down and check some other videos that I have taught before now, and I took time to explain the titration pattern in this channel, and also told you what WAEC needs, what you do, and they will take your marks under this channel. So go down and check them. Now I didn't because of the limited time that I have, I did not do the titration again. Instead, I am giving you assumed titer value, assuming that we carry out the titration now and we have this value as our assumed titer value. And I said there, let's assume our titer value is 24.70 cm cube. That's what we'll be using in our work. Now, they were asking you to calculate concentration of B in mole per dm cube. The formula for that is mass concentration all over molar mass of B. Since we are dealing with B, mass concentration they have given you in the question to be what? 3.9. Sorry, 3.6. It is 3.6 Sorry, what are we are calculating for B. So it's 3.9. Yes, it's 3.9. We are calculating for B. 3.9. Now, do the molar mass of B. Molar mass of B, you can see that the formula for B, they have given you to be NaOH. NaOH, that's what we are dealing with. You can see it here, NaOH. So now coming down to the calculation, Na, they have told you to be 23. O, they have told you to be 16. H, they have told you to be 1. These are their various masses. Add all together, you have molar mass of B. So when you add all together, you have 40 there. So now 3.90 all over 40 will give you this value. Always keep your answers in 3 significant figures. When I say 3 significant figures, this value might have been very long. I have to, after my decimal number, I will start counting 1, 2, 3 from the non-zero digit. 9 is non-zero. I didn't count this because it's a 0. Even if I have 0, 0, 0, 0 before non-zero, I will not count all of them. So this is in 3 significant figures with correct unit. So I have done my what? My concentration of B in mole per dm cube. So that is settled. Now let's go to question II. They said we should calculate the concentration of A in mole per dm cube. We are done with that of what? B. So in this particular one, you have seen that they have not given you all the elements that are present in that acid. So if you go back to the question, you see that the question, the acid they said is HX. I do not know what X means. I only know H to be 1. So I cannot calculate the molar mass of this. I cannot. So because of that, I will not use the formula that I was using in calculating that of B, which is this one we are looking at now. Adding all the molar mass or atomic masses of all those elements in B gave me molar mass of B. But in this one, I cannot add because I don't know X. So instead, I will use the formula that I know it will be able to lead me to getting the correct answer, which is CaVa all over CbVb equal to Na over Nb. What is Ca? Ca is concentration of acid in mole per dm cube. Va is volume of acid, which is that tighter value they gave you. Okay, Cb is concentration of B, the one you just calculated. And then volume of B, they told you in the question whether you are using 20 or 25 portion of pipettes. This is 25, this is 20. So you have to mention the one you are using. That's the one you are going to. In this place, we are using 25. So I will substitute. That's the reason I am substituting 25 here. Now, Na is mole ratio. From that equation they gave you, check the mole ratio of acid to base. This is that of acid, this is that of base. You substitute them there. Where is the, let's go back to the equation for the reaction. This is the equation for the reaction. HX plus NaOH to give you NaX plus H2O. This and this mole ratio is 1:1. There's one here, there's one here. That's what we are going to use under that particular place. You can see after we have substituted all of them, this is the titer value, assuming we have done the titration. This is the value that we obtained from that titration. We substitute it here, all over. This is the molar concentration of base times the volume of base, equal to mole ratio of acid to base. Find out the concentration of acid. So this is acid that we are looking for now in mole per dm cube. So after this, work out, make it subject formula. By doing so, you have this. Okay. Now, moving forward, your Ca is 0.0987 mole per dm cube. That's the answer to that. Now, they also ask you to calculate the molar mass of Hx. The molar mass of Hx, now, the formula is mass concentration all over what? Molar concentration. The molar concentration is this one you just calculated. So substitute it. Look for them. What they gave us in the question was 3.6 per dm cube. Assuming it was in cm cube, we would have converted it to dm cube. Assuming, because WAEC may not give you directly straight like this in dm cube, they can give you in cm cube. They can give you so value in 500 cm cube. Just say that value equal to 500. Then x value equal to 1000, cross multiply. So find the x. You will now get it in dm cube. So use that and substitute here. Here we are substituting it straight because they gave us in dm cube. Okay, so you have this as the molar mass of the acid. Now, with this molar mass of the acid, you can predict what substance has this as molar mass. Is HCl. Okay, now if let's go to the next question. They said you should do what? Calculate the mass of X alone. This is mass of Hx. What of that of X alone? They have given you before that H is what? Has a mass of 1. So why not you use this formula now? Mass of X alone equal to mass of Hx minus mass of H, which is 36.5 minus 1, which is what? Mass of X alone is 35.5, and that is what? Chlorine. So you can see that they are using HCl to do this titration. Now, moving forward from there, the next question, they said we should calculate what? Amount in mole of A. Amount in mole of A in average titer volume. So amount, how do you calculate the amount in mole? N equal to CV all over 1000. N is what? Number of mole. C is what? Concentration. V is volume all over 1000. When you substitute the concentration that we calculated here, Hx, bring it into the place of C and bring the volume titer value in place of V. Divide by 1000. Whatever thing you have is in mole. Amount in mole. Moving forward to the next question, they said number of hydrogen ion in average titer. So you can see that we have, I brought the hydrogen the acid HX and then ionize it, I have H plus X minus. So from there you can see that from that equation 1 mole of HX produces 1 mole of H ion. 1 mole of this produces 1 mole of this, because there's no, this equation is balanced. There's no 2, no 3, no other thing apart from 1 here and 1 here. So 1 mole of here produces 1 mole of that. Since we are, our concern is what? On hydrogen ion. This gives 1 mole of this. That's 1 mole of this produces 1 mole of that. Then what we calculated, we just calculated, which is 0.00244 mole of this compound will produce what of this? I don't know, X. Assuming it was 2 here, in balancing this equation it was 2 here, we will put 2 here. So that will, by cross multiplication, this to this, this to this, and then you find your X. You now see that your X will be multiplied by whatever value you have here from the balanced equation. So this is 1 multiplying by this, which is also what? Equal to this value. That's what we were asked to calculate. I believe you have enjoyed the class and the lesson is interesting. Keep subscribing. Tell your friends to subscribe and then keep following the channel. Keep following the channel as you are preparing for your exam. I wish you the best in your WAEC. Those of you that are going for alternative B. In a short while, I will post the one of qualitative analysis. This is titration. I will post the one of qualitative analysis. So keep following the channel. Thank you and remain blessed.